Now, let's take a look at DriveWorksXpress. DriveWorksXpress is a design automation tool come with SolidWorks standard version. DriveWorksXpress lets you capture and reuse knowledge and rules to specify, design, and engineer to order. In DriveWorksXpress, it helps to automate repetitive tasks and generate design and manufacturing output quickly and accurately. With that, it helps to generate custom products in just minutes. In order to set up a project in DriveWorksXpress, to complete SolidWorks files including part, assembly, and drawing must be loaded into the program. Then the relevant features of dimensions in your model which you want to drive or change will be captured. Next, create a simple form for entering input values, then define rules to determine how your model will behave and link to the inputs on your form. Enter input values into your form, then run the program setup in the new project with that the new set of models and drawing will be generated. Let me show you a demonstration on how to set up a DriveWorksXpress project for a bookshelf. This project allows the bookshelf custom design based on the input of the overall size, layers, and thickness. Let's start by creating a new database by giving a name. Then browse to load up the assembly model, which is our bookshelf. You can see that the assembly structure is displayed on the screen. Double-click on the local pattern 1 in the feature manager and see that the local pattern dimensions are appearing. Select the dimension that represent the distance. Use the same way. Capture the dimension that control the number of layers and name it as layers. Click Finish and we are back to the DriveWorks windows. Click on the Property tab and select the property called Drawn By. Click the single forward arrow button to move the Drawn By properties to the Capture Properties list. Click on the Drawing tab and browse the drawing of the assembly so that a new assembly drawing will be created according to the new assembly later on. Click on Configuration tab. Select No, since the model does not have any configuration. Next, we are going to set up the parameter for the plate. Just like before, click on the plate and make sure you are at the Feature and Dimension tab. Click Add and you see that the plate model is loaded on the screen. Double-click on the model, select the width dimension and give a name. Do the same for the depth and the thickness dimension. Click Finish and back to DriveWorks windows again. Click on the Drawing tab and browse to load the plate drawing. Next, select the leg and click on the Dimension and Feature tabs. Select Add to load up the leg model. Capture the dimension of depth, height, and thickness and provide a specific name using the same steps like before. Double-click on the Linear Pattern 1 in the Feature Manager. Capture the dimension that define the distance between holes as well as the dimension that define the number of holes. Load the drawing for the leg, follow the steps before. After completing to capture the parameter, we move to design the user input form. Click on the Form tab. You are required to define the name of the field and the type of input data for that particular field. Start by keying the project number and define the input type as text box. This means the data input in this field is treated as text by the program. Click Add and define another new field called Drawn By. Select text box as the input type, click Add again and define height as another new field, set the input type to numeric text box, then define the minimum value as 300 and maximum value as 2500. Using the same step for the depth field, but use pin button as the input type. Type in 100 as minimum value, 900 as maximum value and increment as 50. Repeat the same step for defining the field for width layers and thickness. When you are done, click Next to see a summary of the information of rules. With that, we can start to define the rules want to apply to control the design. Select all the file name displayed as project number, then click on the custom properties. Define rules to link the data for the property store in drawn by to the input form. Click the edit dimension rules to define the link between the dimensions. First, click on the distance dimension name and set it equal to the height divided by layers. Do the same step to link the rest of the DriveWorks parameter with the SolidWorks dimension. All the 8 remaining DriveWorks parameter is set equal to respective dimension as set the distance laid, which is the set as height divided by layers. After all rules is set, fill up the input in the user form and then click the Next. You can see that DriveWorks compute the result and generating the new set the model and drawing based on the input just now. Let's open up the assembly and the assembly drawing. You can see that the bill of material is updated and the title block is filling up with the adequate information. Same thing, you can look at the parts and its drawing. If you would like to generate any new set of model in future, you can just start a DriveWorksXpress, select Run Models, click Next, and it will bring you to the input form, which you have seen just now. Again, it is a one-time job whereby you just need to set the rule for one time and for next custom product. All you need to do is key in the requirement dimension in DriveWorksXpress and you can have a new configuration instantly. With this, even non-technical personnel such as salesperson can easily configure the design as per customer need. Thank you and hope the sharing is benefit to you.